Welcome to Dr. Deepa Dhake's NEET Biology, and in today's session we begins with the next topic in principles of inheritance and variation. In today's topic we mainly study about the introductory part of the Mendelian experiments. That first we studied that the plant which selected by Mendel, why he select the pea plant. Secondly, what are the contrasting traits are selected by Mendel, and then we discuss that some of the important questions that frequently asked from the particular table for the contrasting trait. So here when we study about the principles of inheritance and variation, and we begins with Mendelian genetics. So first you remember who was Mendel normally. So we are not going in history, but here you remember Gregor John Mendel is commonly हम कह रहे हैं called as father of genetics. First thing you remember. Now the questions are repeatedly asked from the introductory part of the NCERT, which is provided for the Mendelian experiment, the plant on which Mendel performed experiments. So plant you remember, normally you remember pea plant, but here you remember, if you want to crack NEET, read the things very carefully provided in NCERT. Garden pea, you remember the plant garden pea used by the Mendel or selected by the Mendel for his experiment. Scientific name you remember of plant, the Pisum sativum is the name of the plant, and this Pisum sativum you remember belongs to the family Fabaceae. This you remember very well. The plant belongs to the family Fabaceae. Garden pea, why we say garden pea is most important? Because in objective questions, sweet pea, wild pea, garden pea is provided for, 3 options are provided. So for that purpose, you very well remember the garden pea or Pisum sativum is selected by the Mendel. When you come towards the study of Pisum sativum, so diploid chromosome number you remember in this plant, the diploid chromosome number is 14, and this diploid chromosome number you remember, this diploid chromosome number is mainly occurs in vegetative part of the plant, so that you very well know where one can obtain the diploid number of chromosomes in the cells. Now we come towards the time period for which Mendel performed his experiment. So time period in terms of year you remember, continue 7 years Mendel performed his experiment. These 7 years are 1856 to 1863, and again you go through the NCERT repeatedly. I am saying because this question also, if you go through the last 3, 4, 5 years question paper में जाइए 4, 5 years, so the time period for Mendelian experiment is asked, so that is 1856 to 63, 1 year. Century also asked, in which of the following century Mendel performed his experiment. So here you remember the Mendel performed his experiment in mid 19th century. So each and every part is provided in your textbook, that is NCERT, but read it carefully, again I am saying. So this much you remember for the introductory part of the Mendelian experiment. After that we comes, that question is raised ki why Mendel select the pea plant, garden pea plant or Pisum sativum. So the students who are preparing for board exams, those students very well prepare this question, that why Mendel select the garden pea or a Pisum sativum for his experiment. So some reasons are there. So here first we study why Mendel select pea plant. That is garden P. Okay. First here you remember that the number of reasons are there for the selection of garden P plant by Mendel. First you remember the plant show number of contrasting trait. Now contrasting trait means the trait is present. Trait means character, we already discussed. Trait is present in dominant as well as present in recessive form. So the plant show number of contrasting trait. Second, in this point itself you remember Mendel among the various contrasting trait, total 34 contrasting traits are present in plant. Among those 34 contrasting traits, Mendel select 7 contrasting pair or trait for his experiment. Second feature or the second reason for that Mendel select the pea plant, one of the most important reason that the pure breeding lines are present in garden pea plant. So pure breeding lines are present, this part you remember, and because of the presence of pure breeding line का meaning है कि when we go for a regular self pollination or self fertilization generation after generation, even after that the mixing of trait or mixing of character never be appear. If we select a tall plant and dwarf plant, so the resulting progenies are always be tall or the resulting progenies are always be dwarf. But that kind of condition will not be developed, that the plant is showing in between, plant is showing the height in between the tall and dwarf. So that condition is not there. The plant maintain the purity in their character, that we say the pure breeding lines are present in pea plant. From here also one question is repeatedly asked in 1 marks, that how many pure breeding lines are selected by Mendel. So here you remember Mendel select 7 pair, again the same question. So Mendel select 14 pure breeding lines for his experiment. 14 pure breeding lines means you remember 7 pair of pure breeding lines he selected. The third character, the flower is bisexual. So flowers are bisexual in pea plant and therefore cross as well as self-pollination is possible. So this part you remember, cross-pollination. Normally Mendel select the cross-hybridization, but in case if fails to cross-pollinate, in that case the self-pollination to be take place in plant. So next you remember 4, the short lifespan. Plant is annual and annual plant, even after the annualness, the plant show the short lifespan, and because of that within a 3 or 4 year a number of generations can be studied by the Mendel. And fifth you remember the plant can be grown in any climatic condition, plant not required specific environmental condition, special soil treatment is not required for the plant. So plant can be grown in any climatic conditions. Some another regions are also there, but we only discuss the 5 important reasons for which Mendel select the pea plant. So these are the 5 reasons, important reason, and if 2 or 3 reasons asked, so first you remember and second, these are the 2 important, and among these 3 you can give any of the reason for the selection of garden pea plant by the Mendel. So this part you remember. Now we come toward the contrasting trait. That next again important part, that what are the 7 contrasting traits. selected by Mendel in his experiment. So here we study contrasting traits of garden pea plant which were selected by Mendel. So here you remember how many contrasting traits? So 7 pair of contrasting trait selected by Mendel. Now these 7 pair of contrasting trait related with how many character? This you prepared according to the table which is provided, and generally this part you never obtain in any of the book. Either you go through the previous year papers, then only you come to know that this kind of questions are generally asked. Otherwise, maximum time children's prepare that the 7 contrasting pair throughout year they revise the table repeatedly, mug up the table, but they don't come to this point that these 7 contrasting trait related with how many characters, how many part of the plant. So 7 pair of contrasting trait related with 4 parts of the plant. What are these 4 parts? If you come towards the 4 parts, so first you remember height of the stem. So first part is stem. Some second characters related with flower. The third character related with seed, and the one character you remember is related with pod, that is fruit. These part you remember. Clear? And when we say 7 pairs related with 4 parts of the plant, so every part contribute how many characters? Stem. The single contrasting trait that we study, the height of the stem, either the plant is tall or plant is dwarf. When we come towards the flower, these questions are also asked. The how many traits are related with flower. So flower, you remember flower. For flower, we study 2 traits, that is position of flower and color of flower. When we come towards seed, for seed also we, Mendel, we means the Mendel select the 2 pairs contrasting. So again here the color of seed and shape of seed. And third, pod or fruit when we comes. So for pod also Mendel select color of the pod as well as the shape of the pod. So these 7 short में now after once we complete this discussion, then we come towards the tabulation part. So here you remember these are the two characters. So two characters selected for flower, seed and pod, and one single character is selected for the stem. And in this way total select 7 contrasting pair in or 7 contrasting trait in garden pea plant. Now when you come toward this part, so what type of questions are already asked in NEET? Even in theory exams of CBSE, also this question is asked that how many traits are related with color. How many traits related with color? So color you see, you appear the color at 3 sides, that the flower color, seed color and pod color. So regarding color, Mendel select the 3 traits. Regarding shape, if you come towards the shape, so shape you only appear at 2 sides. So regarding shape, Mendel select 2 contrasting traits, that is the shape of the seed and shape of the pod or shape of the fruit. Position is how many characters which are used as a single trait. So single trait means the stem as a single trait, and the position of flower is a single trait which were used by the Mendel. Now here we discuss the table, and contrasting trait means we discuss about the dominant and recessive trait. So here first you remember part we select, then we select trait or character, and then we come towards the dominant and recessive. So here first we take the part of plant, second we take trait or character, and that trait may be which one trait is dominant and which one is recessive. Okay, we begins from the flower or you begins from the stem. So first part is stem. For stem, you select the trait that is the height of the stem. So height, the dominant trait is tall and recessive trait you remember dwarf. Either the height of the plant is tall or the height of the plant is short, that is we commonly call dwarf. You can, for some example, you can write down the genotype also or genes also. Secondly, the second character is selected, stem produces flower. So second character is select flower. For flower he selected two traits. First the position of flower and second trait he select the color of the flower. When we come to its position, axial position of flower is dominant over the terminal. I think all the students are knowing about the meaning of axial and terminal. When the flower is produces in excess of leaf, then it is called axial. When the flower is produces at the end of the branch or end of the shoot, then it is called terminal. So axial position of the flower is dominant. No need to recall both. Only remember the dominant ones. So automatically you know the what is the recessive trait. Now when we come towards color, so color here purple or violet, two colors you will be appear. So purple or violet or colorful flowers are dominant and white or colorless flowers are recessive. Now the third part, flower will develop into fruit, fruit will become a pod. So for pod also two characters are there, the shape of the pod and color of the pod. Shape you remember inflated. Inflated means by observing pod of the pea, you can't imagine or can't analyze how many seeds are there. That is called inflated pods. Constricted pod, constricted, inflated pod. Inflated pods are like this. And how many seed grains are present inside that you can't appear from the externally. Constricted pods are like this. Some constriction wherever seeds are there. At that site constrictions are there. So by appearing externally you can assume that 3 or 4 seeds are present. So constricted pod, you remember constricted pod is a recessive trait. When we come to the color of the pod, so whenever you go to purchase a pea, sweet pea आप purchase करते हैं. So whenever you go to purchase a pea from market, you normally purchase green color pea. So dominant trait you remember, because this trait causes a confusion in the color of pod as well as in the color of the seed. So here you remember green pods are dominant over the yellow color of the pods. And then we come toward the fourth trait, that is the seed. Seed is the fourth part, and in seed you remember again use the shape as well as color. So how many part for which Mendel select the shape and color? So two parts are there for which he select the common traits, shape and color, pod and seed. So here you remember color. Shape when you come towards the seed. So shape you remember either the shape of the seed is rounded or the seed become wrinkled. When too much amount of starch is synthesized or seed is completely packed with starch, then the shape of the seed become rounded. When less amount of starch is synthesized, then the wrinkles are present on the surface and seed shape become wrinkled. Color you only remember the color of pod. The pod color which is dominant, that is recessive for the color of the seed. So you make it inverse. the yellow color of seed is dominant over the green color of the seed. So this part you remember, dominant trait you remember very well. So automatically when revise regularly, so by revision you clear all these things. This part you remember for the character, that 7 contrasting traits selected by the Mendel. Now Mendel select the cross hybridization method, and in cross hybridization he selected some of the important technique. So now we study what are the techniques used by Mendel in his hybridization experiment. So the techniques here we study hybridization techniques. When we study about hybridization techniques, so how many hybridization techniques? 2 techniques predominantly used by Mendel in his hybridization experiment. Cross pollination, because Mendel used, or cross hybridization because already we studied the cross pollination or cross hybridization always produces a good quality of seed. So that's why he selected the process of cross hybridization. In 2 technique, first you remember the first technique is called as emasculation, and the second technique you remember, second technique is called as bagging. Clear? Now what is emasculation? Emasculation, one diagram is provided in NCERT for the explaining process of emasculation. So here you remember, emasculation means simply you remember the process of removal of anther from bisexual flower with the help of sterilized needle, forceps or scissors. Clear? Scissor normally shown in NCERT. So this part you remember. Most important thing, keep in what kind of flower emasculation. Unisexual flower never be emasculated, because unisexual flowers are male and female flower are differ from each other, and normally unisexual flowers always undergoes in cross pollination phenomena. But when the flower is bisexual, we want to avoid the process of self pollination, or we go for cross hybridization. Then only in bisexual flower we apply this method. That method is called as emasculation. So by removing anther, the bisexual flower, the flower in which, most important part, the flower in which emasculation is take place, that flower behave as female flower. This part you remember, in which emasculation is take place, is behave as, because now only the gynoecium is present and egg or female gametes are produces in emasculated flower. So in which emasculation is take place is behave as female flower. These part you remember very well for your NEET exams. Ki emasculated flowers are always female flower, and the flower from which we select the pollen grain, though that flower is bisexual, but we only select the pollen grain. So the pollen from plant or the flower from which we select the pollen grain, that flower you remember behave as a male flower. Unisexual flower never be undergoes in emasculation. After emasculation you remember emasculated flower, because now only the gynoecium is there. So to avoid the exposure of unwanted pollen grain, we go towards the process of bagging. So bagging you remember, bagging, purpose of bagging is to avoid exposure of undesired or unwanted pollen grains. So to protect the stigma from the exposure of unwanted pollen grain, we go towards the bagging. Bagging, you remember, is technique of wrapping of emasculated flower by paper bags. Bags of blotting paper, bags of tissue paper, number of different kinds of bags are available. So with the help of those bags, paper bags mainly, you remember, with the help of those bags, we wrap that emasculated flower and protect the exposure of unwanted pollen grain to the stigma. When we come towards the process of hybridization, at that time first we collect the anthers of the desired plant or desired flower, remove the bags, and then we come towards the process of pollen transfer. So these two techniques you remember, because this question is also repeatedly asked, that what are the two techniques used by Mendel in his hybridization experiment. So here you remember emasculation and baggings are the two techniques which are going to be which are selected by the Mendel in his hybridization experiment. So for today's session we only discuss up to this, because in this session we only discuss about the Mendelian inheritance, Mendelian introductory part of the Mendel. So these three questions you prepared very well, that why Mendel select pea plant, what are the contrasting traits, and what are the two techniques which were selected by the Mendel. Clear? And this part that we will discuss in the terms of color, shape, that you prepared or remember for your competitive exam or for your upcoming NEET exam. So up to next session, work hard, stay motivated, stay blessed, and the students who are new for the session, they kindly subscribe my channel, like my videos and share my videos.